Hi, my name is Patricia. Welcome to the Patricia Show. Please don't forget to subscribe, push share, and like. This is part two to the new earth. I was going so fast on the part one because I was trying to get it all in to explain everything within 15 minutes. So let me I just want to hit on a couple of things that I said on part one. When I started off, I said that this was the cause of all of the negativity, the killing, and people just going out of their mind now on Earth. Let me explain that. The when you enter pure light, like God's light, it intensifies whatever's going on with you. So let's say this is why. Let me tell you this too. A lot of people who are out here saying that they're channeling the ascended masters and stuff like that. Let me tell you, they're lying. Absolutely, we're lying. And let me tell you what this is a pure thing that you'll know why. It when they come around you, it intense because they're carrying this light frequency of God. That light intensifies all the negativity in you. And that's one reason why they won't come around, because it does intensify it. So if you're around anything, it's going to intensify if the light is there, right? So imagine if the earth is going through these light changes and evolving into that pure light. Anything on that earth or around that earth, which is we gotta be on the earth because we standing on it, you know what I mean, is going to intensify. So this is why I said why it's like people have lost their mind. It's so much murdering and all these negativities is going on because these people have chosen to live their life of negativity. The earth is changing into pure light. We're on the earth. So whatever is happening, if you're murdering people and putting babies in microwaves and stuff like that, this light is intensifying your negativity that's already there. So it's going to make you be like, you done lost your mind. There was a story a few years ago that this mother and and she had a boyfriend and she had went to the store. When she came back, the boyfriend had put the baby in the microwave because he said that the baby was crying so much. Can you believe that? Putting a little infant in the microwave. Oh my God. So this is what makes people do, these crazy things they're doing and all this crazy stuff that's going on in the earth, because the earth frequency is changing, it's speeding up, it's the vibration frequency, it's pure light. So when these people say that they're channeling the ascended masters, whatever negativity is already there with them is intensifying. And so again, for that reason, though the masters don't appear to you or they don't come and talk to you like that, like come to your room, you know what I mean, like if you're in the bedroom, they're gonna come sit down and talk to you. They can do that, but they're not going to if you got all this negativity in you. Okay, most people will say, oh, I don't have no negativity, honey. I don't have no I'm not a negative person. I've told you this story before where I was telling this guy, it's on another tape, that I thought he was really negative, and he was telling me no, he wasn't negative. The reason I said he was negative is because he told me that whenever somebody does something to him or talk about him, he sit up and think about ways that he could see them dying and they're suffering. What is that, honey? That is negativity. If you're a person who lies a lot and then you're going to sit up and say you're not negative, get out of here. That's negative. If you're a person who causes confusion or like drama, that is serious negativity. You know what I mean? People think that just because they're not sitting up thinking about killing somebody 24 hours a day, then anything else they think is positive. You know what I mean? Killing somebody, yes, that's negativity for sure, but they don't think that their behavior or things that they're doing is negative. People don't think that They using drugs. That's a negative thing. They just, one guy told me, I just want to get high. I was like, get high. But he don't look at that as being negative. That's negative. Anything that is not of the light is negative. I had somebody tell me too, this girl tell me she wasn't negative and she was highly insulted that I would even say that she was negative, and she went on and on and on and on. But yet she is very jealous of people. And she'll admit that she's very jealous of people. Now, you're going to tell me that jealousy is not a negative emotion? Come on. So we have negative emotions and negative feelings, but maybe we don't think of it as negative, or maybe we don't want to think of it as negative, but it's negative. And so this negative energy that you're holding, when it comes near the pure light of God, it intensifies. And so that's why, unless you're looking at somebody who has transmuted 51% of their karmas, and they're giving a talking and saying it's talking to the ascended masters, okay? But they ain't transformed 51% of their karmas, because if they did, they wouldn't be here on earth in the first place. So I can pretty much tell you that the people who are telling you that they're channeling all these masters, they're going to give you a message from the masters, they are lying. They are lying. Because again, they have negative energy, and they haven't transmuted 51% of their energy, and so therefore they're still carrying all these negative karmas and this negative energy that they're carrying. Now, we do have positive karmas that we do create in many lifetimes. The reason I don't talk about them, well, actually, I haven't had my show that long, but the reason I really don't talk about it a lot, no matter who I'm talking to. But the reason is because most of the people have not grown to the part that you're able to use and call in those karmas. But I'm going to tell you about it. Okay. So these karmas that you have, that you've created over your many, 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 many centuries upon centuries of lifetimes, you have good karmas, some good things that you've done for people or in the world, and then you have bad karmas, bad things that you've done, okay? I don't know how many people know this, but Gautama Buddha, one of his lifetimes, he killed somebody in one of his lifetimes. So we have, it doesn't matter if you a saint or, you godlike or what. Throughout all of your lifetimes, you have accrued some negative energy, some negative karmas, okay? So anyway, the positive karmas, it kind of go into a bank. I'm going to put it like that. And it builds up and it builds up. When you have reached your lifetime where you are able, or or you've been told, or I don't know how to put this. Okay, well, you're able. Okay, so so let me go back here so I can explain this. The reason we are so not aligned with God is because when we turned away from God. I'm going to put it like this. We turned away from God. On part 1, I explained to you how in the first part of creation, when we were in Lemur, when we were the first civilization, that's like Adam and Eve in the Bible. This is the first civilization in Lemur. We were pure. We didn't have any karmas. We were pure. And I explained to you how we turned, because we became selfish. And when we became selfish, you're letting the door into the negativity. And then we turned away from God and started looking outside of ourselves and not inside of ourselves, okay? So when you begin to do that, you're taking on these negative, you start producing negative karmas. So now, you're going to be given the instructions when you grow and you get to this level. Because the spirituality of growth is different levels. To me, it's like a ladder, and each person is on a different ladder. Okay, so when you have evolved enough, you will be told or given you'll be told that, or given instructions that you will be given instructions that about excuse me. I'm sorry. You will be given instruction how to return to the Father, to your mighty I am presence. You'll be given that instructions on how to do that. When you begin that journey to returning, there's certain things that you have to do in your everyday practice or your spiritual practice. It is certain things you have to do. And when you do that, you're on that path of returning. Okay, returning to your mighty I am self. So when you begin to return, I'm going to put it like that, to you do the spiritual instructions, I guess I could put it like that. To return, you'll be given all that information, how to do that. Okay, what to do that. And when you're getting ready to do that, you'll also, probably before this part comes, you'll be told, how to transmute these karmas, 51% of your karmas that you need to transmute. When you transmute those karmas, and when you've given back to your mighty I am presence the attention that you had withdrawn decades ago, you are, I'm going to say, at that point, you're going to be slowly becoming, because you're going to be evolving, right? So you're going to be slowly becoming one with your I am. You're already one with your I am, but I mean, you'll know it. That's what I mean. You'll know it. And all of this, okay, so when you're at that point, like I said, when you transmute 51% of your karmas, then you're able to, let's say you have maybe something else, or maybe let's say you've done 49% of your karmas, and and you have 2% left. Okay, so then you'll be able to go to the new earth, like I said, to be able to complete the other that you have. Okay. But when you get to that part where you know what the instructions you're supposed to do to return to the Father, and you feel yourself becoming involved and more, one with God, you have the ability to call to your mighty I am self and ask for your good karmas to be released to you in that particular lifetime. You have the ability and the power to do that. You can't do it when you're running around here with all these karmas, or you killing people, which is negative, or you got negative thoughts and all that. No, you cannot do it. You have to be basically on your way home. I'm going to put it like that, journey where you're following these instructions to return to your mighty I am self and know your oneness and all of that good stuff. Because at that time you would have been evolved enough where you know how to contact your I am and bring in those good karmas. Because they're just sitting there waiting on you to evolve and grow. And then you can ask for them to come into your life, the life that you're in. And those good karmas can help whatever you going through. So if you're going, like say you're having a hard time transmuting your last 1% of karma. Now, you're not going to know when it's 1% or 2% or not. I'm just giving you an example. You could call in and ask for all of those good karmas to be released to you. And then before you know it, something will happen and you'll be able to transmute the rest of your karmas. I'm just using that as an example. So that's how and when you're at the position to use those good karmas. Okay, that is the end. And thank you so much for tuning in. If you want some more information about this, put it in the comments and I'll do another video on it. Thank you. Have a good night.